Welcome to NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast with your host, Andy Torres. All right, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast, episode 68. That's right, we're getting closer and closer up in numbers. Tonight, I have two very special guests on for my Forebros 2.0 league and group. It's more of a lifestyle, really, all right? If you ain't living the Forebros 2.0 lifestyle, you ain't living. All right, I got Sergio Meneses on tonight, and I have the Godfather, or like what we'd like to call him, the Dogfather, Jeremiah Sierra, on tonight. Let's welcome these guys to the show. Hey guys, thanks for joining the show tonight.
Hey, how's it going, Andy?
So man,
what's up, Sergio?
What's up, Maya?
I'm ready to get into this, man. You know, we're gonna be stabbing at some recent scabs here and some recent wounds and pouring some salt and some lime on it just to get it going.
Awesome, we're ready.
I think Sergio's more ready than both of us, Maya. All right, guys. So let's get right into it.
Okay, we had to wear his dress blues today.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we're gonna see those dress blues later here in a bit. All right, we're gonna see those dress blues. I made sure to save that picture. It was a creepy photo. I thought it was somebody who went AWOL.
That's awesome.
All right,
Not
guys.
scared.
Well, I don't know. You're scared of Jeff, so you are scared. You're a scaredy cat. All right, we'll get into that a little bit later. So, all right, we are coming fresh off of our first big. We have our Fiesta Bash, Forebros Fiesta Bash 2-day tournament. Day one on Saturday at Riverside, and this past weekend we had day two was at the beautiful Olmos. Well, I say both of them were in great shape. Olmos Golf Course, ACGT. It was our first outing that we had in our contract with the Alamo City Golf Trail, and I think they brought it pretty good. Those courses came correct. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll go real quick. Yeah, I think so. This is my first time playing Riverside. Like my third time playing Olmos. And from Riverside, when I played early in the week, the greens were a little bit patchy, but when we show up on Saturday, they were rolling pretty good. It's kind of a little bit slow, and they're rolling pretty true and nice. And same thing with Olmos. You know, it was just all green, good shape. You know, a couple of bare spots here and there, but I think that is expected for a muni. So overall, I enjoy both courses. Didn't care much about the setup on Saturday at Riverside. These were way too up. Which they're a little far back, farther down, and it was pretty standard setup for Olmos on Sunday as well.
Maya,
Riverside, yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. There was some patchy stuff or whatever, but that's muni. But overall, Riverside was in great shape. I like the setup because I won on Saturday, so. Everything was, right and good for me there. Almost was in great shape. I hate hole number 18 though, but other than that, everything's good.
All right. So Maya had the lead for the A group, and again, this is one of the controversies that we had going on this weekend, and it kind of led to a few sparks, and the sparks kind of started just a bit of a brush fire amongst one of the members at least, and it led to Maya feeling really sad and really down about his game. He only had like two people congratulate him on his win, right, Maya? Only two guys, and that's because you had to remind me, because being a B player, I had no access to the A scores, so I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. Nobody congratulated me. Everybody gave me, the starry eyes. But they were eating my sausages though, so they like that barbecue.
Well, it was Jake. Hey, courtesy
of Jake, yeah.
Courtesy of Jake and Bear BBQ Company right there. All right,
yeah,
Jacob Munoz tore it up. So they might have been Maya's sausages, but they were in Jake's hands.
Yes.
Hey man, I congratulated you.
They were in great hands.
Well, like I said,
Yeah,
Sergio, there was two people that congratulated Maya. One of them was you. Jeff, I don't know. He seemed like he was a little bit on the fence, and then Maya told me, he goes, "Hey man, you're not going to congratulate me," and so I said, "Oh,
okay." There was 3, and my wife when I got home.
now that was one of the concerns, because as we went to Riverside on Saturday, I mean, we have no say. I mean, we are just one of the many golf groups that go out and play, and it being our first time being part of the Alamo City Golf Trail Tour. I'm sorry, being a part of the Alamo City Golf Trail and bringing our league and our guys there was our first time. And I really think ACGT, I really think they showed out, because again, as the rain, luckily enough, the rain held out. Riverside's, the greens, they were slow, but they were true. They rolled true. They were in great condition. Pace of play, I thought, was great. Everything was moving. And the big complaint that day is that all the tee boxes were moved up so close together. You had the reds way up, and then 5 yards back you had the golds, and then 5 yards back from there you had the whites, and then I say about 15, 20 yards were the blues. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it's only a few holes in Riverside that you can really tell the difference between white and blues, because the blues were the ones that were like, way too far up, and that to players like Jeff or myself, you bring in a lot of trouble in that course specifically. So kind of play against our style of play. But in the end, like I said, it was, the greens were fantastic. And when I think about a golf course, that's kind of like the one thing that, hey, I can hit off a fair spot as long as I can have a good chance of making a putt. You're muted, Andy.
Trying to do a couple of things at the same time. Thank you. Now, Maya, what do you think, Maya? How did this, obviously, I know this was one of the issues and the concerns that came up, is that, and you partially felt bad because being a 9 handicap that you went into this tournament, this kind of, it was tough for those 1 handicaps like Jeff and Sergio to get, I guess, take advantage of those pops, because maybe you had more than them due to the distance or lack thereof?
Oh yeah, it was a huge difference. I mean, for them, like I said, as me as a 9 handicap, and the tee boxes were all the way up. Either I believe it or not, I drove a couple of greens, because I'm a stud. But
well, that's what Erica says.
Yeah, and then but no, seriously, they were so far up, man. I was hitting 80 to 100 yards in every shot. So, but I had 9 pops, so I was riding those pops all the way to the bank. I was a par and better, baby. But on the second day, when everybody's from the tips and the 8th light, then you could tell everything was close, because then you're having that 140, 150, and then if it goes left or right or short, then some of those pars are not getting in there. So, so Saturday wasn't fair for like 1, 2, 3, 4 handicaps, even 5. But as trying to be a leader as I am, I donated half of my purse for the second day of the gross. You're welcome, Jeff, if you're listening.
All right here. Let's see right here. All right, Christopher Pinto. Sergio dropping knowledge like he's collecting tuition for the Sooners. Oh,
thanks, Chris. He's my brother-in-law.
Okay, so what's up with the Sooners?
Hey, Boomer Sooner, baby.
Oh man, did you go there or did you what?
That's my alma mater, dude.
Huh?
Get my education from there.
That's your alma mater?
Yeah.
So that's why you probably have like a real like bond with Answer, huh? Y'all are both Sooners.
Absolutely. When he was at the Bolero, I was walking alongside and say, "Hey, Abraham, Boomer Sooner." And I would like give him the horns down. He was just like cracking up.
Man, okay. So the first time I spoke with Answer at the first time he was played as the Bolero Open, and him being from Mexico and the valley, right? Like going to school in the valley, right? Well, he went to school with my brother-in-law and Sherry there in Mission Sherryland. My buddy Gino is from the valley, and he says, "Hey, ask him," because I'm over here nervous. I mean, this is when the early days of the podcast. I said, "I don't know what to ask him." He said, "Ask him about El Pato, the golfer, or El Pato, the restaurant." And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, El Patos are like the Mexican McDonald's in the valley, right? And not so much anymore. And I asked him, I said, El Pato, I asked him, El Pato the golfer, El Pato the restaurant, and he just kind of looked like right through me, like El Pato the golfer, and I'm just like, okay. I was like, you know what? My buddy was over here telling me like it was a joke, like don't ask him that, like I was just fucking with you, right? And so I think ever since then I've been out to redeem myself, and I think this past year at the match play at the Dell, I was like total like redemption mode.
Yeah, you did him. I haven't met him. That's like my only interaction that I had with him. But I got to hang out with his caddy on the Bolero on the Monday, and he spoke pretty highly of him.
Oh yeah. He's a real cool ass dude. All right, now back to the bash. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up some of the scores right here. I'm gonna bring up some of the scores that we had from our time out there. I got Riverside's A scores right there. So I want everybody to see. I want everybody to check them out, so they are aware of what scores we had out there. We had right here, tied for third place. We had DJ. And these are net scores. He had 72. He was at even par. Tied for third, I had Sergio, 72. I got Clayton Johnson at -4 at 68. And the winner for the day at 67 at -5 was Jeremiah.
You can say that one more time.
The winner of the day was Jeremiah.
So I'm playing with Chris at some point in the back nine. He tells me, oh, Maya's 2 over. So I'm thinking, oh, cool. He's like, because I'm not looking at the scores whatsoever at that point. And Chris like, yeah, he's like 2 over. I'm like, okay, he's like 2 over. I'm thinking net. I'm like, all right, cool. No, he was, he was gross 2 over, because I think I saw him over number 11 and number 12, like way to the right. I was like, oh, okay, great. He's in a full meltdown right now. And no, I guess it didn't happen. No, that was, he was like legit playing good. And also, with DJ, I'm playing with him, right? And then I'm running out of holes to make birdies. And I realized that he's like playing like uber conservative, like going down the stretch, because he is looking at the scores. I'm still trying to get after it, make birdies all over the place. But this guy's like 3-wood iron off the tee. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is he playing so conservative? Then I realized in number 18 that we were tied, and he had a pop on the last hole. I'm like, gosh, I got no chance at this point. But I tied him. He double on that par.
That always makes it difficult. I find like it always makes it tough to. I say scoreboard watching, or leaderboard watching, right? I think that makes it real tough. I find that some people play a lot tighter coming down the stretch, or you start kind of pressing. And I think it's almost better that you don't watch those, because I know Maya and I, we've played in a good amount of two-man games. And I know specifically we were out at one of the golf fellowships, a 2-man out at TPC. We're playing the Oaks course, and we're like, should we look? And then we're like, no, don't look. We keep playing. And then Maya's like, fuck it, let's look, see where we're at. And next thing you know, we looked and we're like, shit, we're tied for the lead. And then, honestly, Maya, what happened after that, right? Like the wheels, the wheels like fell off.
Fucking wheels came off, man.
Yeah, came off hardcore, and then we ended up not even placing. So there's pluses and minuses.
I mean, it's there's pluses and minuses to it, because if I don't look at it, it's and then when you look at it and you're up in the lead, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, fuck. I'm always, in the middle or something like, I'm playing carefree. But this 2 days was like, I guess the closest. I've never played competitive in like high school or anything like that, because so this was the closest thing I got to like a real single handicap, tournament. And these 2 days were, even though I lost the second day, it was pretty fun coming down to the last hole.
I think it
was really fun.
I think that was the thing about the tournament this past weekend. It was our big bash, an entry into this deal that we have with the Alamo City Golf Trail. And again, I think we went. It went hard. You know, there was a lot of intrigue. There was some suspense. You know, there was some shit talking. There was people about to throw down. I mean, it really felt like a big family gathering. You know, to where like, you know, the Theos are talking shit to each other and at each other's throats. You know, Maya, we didn't leave. We went from Olmos to San Pedro to have some more beer and have food. Like ACGT got our money that weekend big time. They did.
Oh yeah, I spent all my winnings before I even got home, so I was done.
So you say that you broke even that weekend, huh?
Mm-hmm. I broke even. My mother-in-law broke better than me because I had to pay her $160 to watch the kids. So, you know.
Okay, so now that we've already discussed the first day, we're the first day out at Riverside.
Can we talk real quick about like after the first day? Like
yeah. Oh no. We're not moving on. We're still here, Sergio. Don't worry. We're still here. Now why don't you go ahead and lead into that, Sergio? Because it seems like something's weighing heavy on your heart.
Yeah, let it out, Sergio.
After the first day? No, well, look, we're growing the group, the Forebros 2.0, and I think that we were doing an overall pretty, good job. I think that, the guys that we have in the board's a good balance of people. I think that what Maya does and like his drive to just get places booked and get deals, it's fantastic. Bringing myself in, you, Andy, and Chris, and Charlie. We're doing a really good job. And the thing that I kind of want to highlight is that we, as the group, we're trying to find the balance between competition and fellowship, right? Where's that balance that we can go out there, talk shit, and just go after each other, for 18 holes, have some beers, but at the end, our goal is to come together and have a good time, to integrate. So I really, really enjoy the after tournament where we're hanging out, having the barbecue out there in the park. It was a really significant, event for me, right? Because, I got to connect with Maya a little more. I got to connect with you. I like Jeff a lot. And, after spending a few hours with him drinking some beers, I like him even more. So it was, that part, the flag that we signed as well. Like all those little events is, I think, what makes us different, that a lot of people stayed back and, we had a great time out there.
I truly think, and that's one thing, Maya. I think that's one thing that you bring so much value to the group. And Maya, I consider Maya family. He's my brother, and we instantly clicked when we met out on the golf course. We actually met at what is it? What's the one off 151? What is it? What's that? What's that club? Maya, 151.
The Hyatt?
No. The one.
That cowboy.
Yeah.
That cowboy club.
Yeah,
I forgot which one is that.
It's 151 Saloon or something like that, or
I forgot.
I don't know.
151 Saloon, yeah.
There you go. Okay, so that's where we met, and then we met on the course. I say a few days later, and after that, we've instantly been brothers, and not only ourselves, but our families. Dinners, vacationing, and bringing the kids around each other, and so it feels like it's more than just golf. Golf is what brings us together, but like Maya said the other night. He said for golf, it's been his way to transition into civilian life. And I know for you, and talking with you, Sergio, one thing you made pretty damn clear to me out there, when we're having a few beers and just relaxing. And you stated that this is, the military has been something that you've only known forever, that's been like a big part of your life. And as you kind of are getting to that tail end of that military career and that service, you have several things that just kind of keep you going. And now that, we've put you in a position to where you're doing some great things, putting out our bylaws, putting out our rules. And I think he's going up above and beyond. I think he's taking it too far, Maya. So I think we might have to strip that power from Sergio already.
Yeah, he did. I had to stop him. He tried to, start naming the tournaments. I told him, hey, you need to slow down.
Hey, that was a statement of fact.
That is true. That is true. I thought you were outstepping your boundaries, but
yeah. And to your point, Andy, let's say, decided to retire from the Air Force and just like finish my commitment. it's really important for me to have like a third thing, which is in this instance not so much golf, but like the community that we have with Forebros, because that at the end, being engaged with the group and being put in some type of leadership position within the group as well, that is going to allow me to make that transition a little bit easier, because it's not, like the BGA, the Veterans Golf Association, that Robert Powell, mutual friend of ours, they do a fantastic job running that, but that's exclusive to people who wore in the uniform and their families. For us, for the Forebros 2.0, we're about bringing everybody in, right? So you can have like veterans like Maya, or soon to be veteran like myself, who's about to retire, to integrate with the public, with this golfing community here in San Antonio. And I think that's, a really good way to get more people to connect. And that's what I appreciate most about the group.
No, one thing I always throw that quote in Maya's face. Maya said, "The golfing community is a small world," and I always use that quote for good and for bad. and so, and so Maya told me that one time, and I said, "Damn, Maya, you're right. Hey, you're a good guy. You're a good guy."
It is a small world. I get, "Hey, what's up, Maya?" Or I hear, "Fuck you, Maya." One of the two. So yeah.
Because that was one of the big issues. That was one of the big issues on Saturday. That when everyone went over for the barbecue, it wasn't to congratulate Maya. It was to give Maya some shit. And one of our good buddies, and hey, this podcast is NothingisOB. I call him the Viking. David, our boy David. He crossed some boundaries. He crossed some boundaries because I know he got up in your face, and I know he was really pissed off, and he started talking shit to you in regards to the handicap. Because I know from hearing from several different stories, and I know Maya, you were there personally, is that he stated that he played lights out and he played as best as he could play, and to what Dave Gibson, our boy, said is that the scores weren't input right into our game, into our system, and we use the Gamebook app, which is a great freaking app because we could do it with so many different types of games, and I think it's a plus for our league that we do have live scoring, and we are able to check out a live leaderboard, and but again, it does have that human portion to where you do have to put in the numbers correctly in order for it to calculate your handicap correct, right, or your score correctly. And I think from talking with David, that's where David Gibson, David Wallner had a problem with it, is that he saw that he thought he was here, and then as those scores are uploaded, it brought him down here. Speak on that, Maya.
Yeah, so, I get his point. There's two sides of the story. Or, you play your best and, you don't, and you didn't come out with anything. But at the same point, you sign up, everybody knows what they're signing up for, on a tournament-wise, and sometimes I shoot good and come out on top. Sometimes I shoot like shit, and that's the way golf is. I mean, we've all played the game before, and we always go back because, I always go back because I either get my ass whooped or I know I'm better than that because a couple of holes I'm doing good. But I lost tragically on Sunday, but didn't piss me. I mean, pissed me off the fire that I'm like, all right, I got to hit the range and clean some shots up, but. Different people, but I'm not going to be like, hey, I'm not coming back. Fuck this game. I'm retiring. Well, I did retire once, but I came back within a week. So,
well, in all fairness, you've removed yourself from the group several times, and then you've brought yourself back several times.
I have, because I'm like, okay, I need a break. All right, I'm back, guys. It's almost Sunday. I've gone 3 days without golf.
All right. So just tell us though. Tell us what happened, because I know you were really upset about it.
No, I mean, just because we had obligations for a 2-day tournament, and my thing was this: if you signed up for a 2-day, and then after the first day, if you didn't win any money, it's just not kosher to be like, I'm not playing the next day, and then you shorten everybody else that committed on the pot wise. And that just can start a trend like, hey, if I don't shoot good in 2-day tournament, I'm not playing the next day, and that nature. But everybody knows that's golf, and then it's a 2-day payout, so anything can change the next day, and you could win. Like I won the first day, didn't win no money the second day. and that's golf. I mean, it's whoever comes out there and shoots. And I mean, you got guys from 16, 20 handicap, so it's only a 4-shot difference. I mean, 8-shot difference from the B flight from a 13 to 20. And even for the A's, it was from a 1 handicap to a 9, so it was like a 8-shot difference.
I truly feel that the handicap system was working though, because Esteban did shoot crazy low. He went at -9 net wise, right? And he took day one. But you know what? There was 4 other guys tied at -5. And so that tells me that if there's 4 guys that are in second place, that means that the handicap system is working because it's leveling the playing field.
I agree. Yeah.
What do you think,
I agree.
Sergio?
I think the handicap, I mean...
Sorry, I was kicked out for a moment and back in. Sorry, I messed up the whole thing.
No, it's okay. No, we're talking about that.
Your take on the handicap system
that we use, because I truly think that, as there was 4 of us tied at -5 in second place, and again, I mean that's second place. 4 guys tied. It's for second place. I think that's stating that the handicap system was working.
Yeah, I think that the new changes that we're about to bring up into the handicap system are going to work even better, because here's the reality of things. Like we're never going to get it perfect. We, unless we mirror like the gin, and there's like too many variables in it for it to happen. But I think that what we're going to do is going to work for the best in terms of getting closer to get it as fair as possible, because there's some disparities. Like doing net for both A and B, it's just, I don't think it's right. Although like the low handicappers is a small percentage of the group, we still need a fair shot to win something, right? And if we're doing A and B, like like Maya shooting lights out, sandbagging ass, it's not really going to work. But the changes that we're bringing in, which is going to include like counting the lowest round that you have with us and an average of your last 3, plus putting course ratings into the handicap and having people tee off from different tees, I think that's going to bring it closer for us, because most groups in town, they just count your last 3 without considering like course rating or things like that. So I think that the discussions that we've been having,
I think we're having it really just for like the betterment of the group, not to put, but everyone was calling for Maya's head the next day. Oh, this motherfucker better go down to a 6, better go down to a 7. And I know it's tough, and I give Charlie a lot of props, because Charlie, within one of our Forebros, one of our core members, and because he's responsible for inputting all of those scores, and he likes that shit, and I'm like, good, Charlie, I'm glad you like that shit, because I don't like that shit. That's too many numbers, and he does some good stuff with it, and I think we're all open to make sure that we make the experience and try our best, because no matter what, we're never going to get it right. But as long as we keep trying, and we do it for the betterment of the group, then the group's going to succeed, not us.
And that's a big thing, right? As long as we are aware that we're not getting it right, but we are also aware that we're trying to make every effort possible to get it as close as possible, I think that we'll be okay.
Yep, I agree. But I think these new ones with the tee boxes and the course rating, I found some unfound potential power, so I'm doing pretty good from the tips lately. So, I don't know how long that's going to keep it for.
Well,
you're doing better because you're using them bow legs.
to his benefit, right? It's to his benefit.
Yeah.
So I'd say, as we wrap up that day one, I think the biggest thing is that Maya, I really commend you, Maya. You knew that the course being so short, and you did take advantage of it, because I know I didn't. I had opportunities and I didn't, in the B flight, but you squarely took advantage of them in the A flight, and it made it harder for our lower handicaps like Sergio and like Jeff, who are 1 handicaps. And so what Maya did was Maya took half of the pot, which was 250 was the pot. He took 125 of it, and he put it back in the next day. And you know what? I really commend you, Maya, because that's that's a man move right there, because you know what, you did it not only for yourself. I know you did it again for the betterment of the group. And I know maybe a lot of people might not have told you, but I wasn't in the A flight. It didn't affect me, but I really look at that as a really good move to grow the group and to really show them that you're not there just to take money by any means necessary.
And then
No, my thing is like, if you come in shooting with a 72 or 73 and don't win anything, it's kind of shitty. You know what I mean? That's just my point. Or it's even a 68, 69. And, even though I enjoyed the win, it was really I would have enjoyed it better if the tee boxes were in the back and I won. You know what I mean? Versus hitting fucking 290 or 280 par fours and shit. So, but no, that was the right thing to do. But the second day, I earned Sergio's respect. So I'm glad we did that pairings, like the PGA style pairings the next day.
And just to kind of finish that with, with what Maya did, I think that what he did really reflects the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish. But not only that, but it's like the kind of people that we want to attract to come to us. I mean, we're open to anybody, but there's certain characteristic traits that we want on our group, and things like Maya did like really reflected that.
I truly think so, Maya. I really think. I mean, we are a bunch of scumbags, but Maya, that was a gentleman move right there. And I know if none of the guys tell you, man, I appreciate you, man, and that just really showed that you're in it more for the guys than you are for yourself.
Marcus, you can read from the whites.
Okay. And as we go into day two, out at Olmos Golf Course, the newly renovated Olmos Golf Course, let's go ahead. For those of y'all that aren't sure what Forebros is, and if you didn't get any of what what Forebros, what type of group we are, check out this video. Jeremiah.
It didn't count. Just hit it.
Go for it, bro. Live your life, bro. Live your life, bro. Go. Safe. None of the music came out. I'm going to try to put, none of the music came out. Damn it. I worked so hard on this video.
You had to put that fucking Top Golf shit on there, did you? Motherfucker.
All right, Maya.
That was a horrible Top Golf outing ever.
All right.
I hate
Top
Golf.
So one of our four bros, Mike Ray, who's one of the instructors out at On Par Golf out at Cedar Creek, used to be the head of instruction out at Top Golf, and he put together these little 9-hole events. And so, of course, to support our bro, we roll out there, right? We roll out there and we roll deep with our own little foursome. And Maya is just having the hardest fucking time getting out the tee box. He's hitting. We're all like on the low level, right? We're on the lowest level.
Like that shit is literally fucking hitting straight up in the air. I hit the driver and the ball would literally go straight up and hit the top of the other fucking net. I was done. If CJ didn't ride with me, I would have fucking got my clubs and fucking took off. Fuck that. Fucking Top Golf.
Yes, that is it. That is exactly what happened. Like, man, like that was like the second time he hit the roof. And I just like,
I think I spent like 150 or something because it was a holiday the next day. So Andy, his wife, was there and we're all drinking and shit. And I was just so pissed. I kept on drinking. I hate fucking Top Golf.
It was the best ever. All right. Okay, here we go. It's loading up right here. And my boy Saul right here. One of our boy Saul, one of our four bros right here. Taking it back. Y'all met at Chippendales when they came into town. Okay, in all fairness, it was the Thunder from Down Under, and they were making their way. All right, that's where we met. But
yeah, I was part of the special dad bod group.
I was just there oiling everybody up. All right, here we go. Hopefully this comes out. Let's go. Jeremiah.
It didn't count. It didn't count. Just hit it.
Go for it, bro. Live your life, bro. Live your life, bro.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away.
Safe.
Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and pissed it away. I ain't fucking okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk. I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. I'm stuck in my seat.
Get it. Had a baby. Had a baby. Hey. Do you feel great?
I'm never gonna wash this hand again.
Did you see those blues, Sergio? Did you see those blues, Sergio?
Yeah. So my wife told me not to
Look like a
pour
stone
too much
killer,
into
man.
my cup because she says that I'm going to lose the little English that I have.
And you got Marcus over here, man. I was holding this back right here. Marcus earlier said, "Did we get a translator for Sergio?" I know he's literally working on on Rosetta Stone right now. Right?
Oh gosh.
There you go. All right, guys. So now, so for those of you that aren't sure about Forebros, one thing that we always say, and that Maya especially says, that if you don't have a home, come check us out. You know what? We're not for everybody. I wish we can say we are. We're not for everybody, but you know what? You're not going to get that elite air. You're not going to get that stuck-upness. And you know what? Just like Maya and just like Sergio, Chris and Charlie and Jeff, you know what? These guys may become some of your best bros and guys you can always count on. And that's one thing I know for sure, that I try to bring my best friends and my lifelong friends that I consider family, and I bring them part of this group. And it's more than golf. But golf has been the thing that's brought us all together, but it's not the thing that keeps us together.
Nailed it.
I've been working on that. I wrote it down. Right.
That was a good one. It got me teary-dying.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as we get to day two and almost, right? At day two and almost, one thing that I did like that we did is that even though we kept the scores in regards to being the Forebros Bash champ, it reset money-wise. So everything was kind of like a new day, a fresh start. Everybody had, started from scratch, and that they were able to just really try their best to go at each other. And I like how we redid the pairings to put the leaders with each other. And now, one more thing before we get off Riverside, I'm trying to see if we can get Esteban here later. But one thing that Maya did was, Esteban really said that was like the ultimate dick move. Is that okay? Esteban is a big dude. Like, he's a big dude. And then we have Bobby Crumley, who's another big ass guy. Maya said it would be awesome. It would be great that if they would ride together. And if anybody saw their golf cart, like, we all thought, like, man, I was like, are your tires flat? They're like, is everything okay? They were fucking low riding. They were scraping. Whenever they'd make a sharp hill or a turn, that they were scraping. Like, I remember the guys behind them said that, man, that they saw sparks come from underneath. And then
That was the exact intent I had when I put the pairings together. I said, you know what? I'm putting their asses together. This is gonna be fucking good.
What Esteban brought up
to us. The second day was the fucking hilarious. Yeah. So
what happened,
the end
Sergio?
of the almost, and we're tell the story, Sergio.
So we're hanging out after the fact, and we just sat there at the pavilion and Olmos, and we're just chilling out, drinking beer, smoking stogies, and then Esteban goes like, "Hey, I know you guys did it on purpose. Like, you put me with Crumlin the day one, didn't you?"
He
And I just like spit out my beer, my ass like rolling there somewhere. I look at you, Andy, like I don't know what you're doing. Like we're losing our mind.
Oh shit, man! Like that was the best thing ever. It was like a can of sardines that was like overflowing with like sardines. Like it was two pigs under a blanket fighting over milk duds. I mean, it was just pushed to the. It was like a sausage casing that was just like about to explode. Right? That's what this golf cart looked like.
I think they retired that golf cart after that day. It's done. It's no more. It was on the guy's fucking leg.
I had a chance to play with Esteban in one of the events, and like he's a genuine nice guy. Like I really enjoy playing with him. He's a great dude. So when he brought it up, like like so nonchalant about it, I just like I love this shit.
I know, like it was just out of blue. He's like, he goes, "Hey guys, whose fucking idea was it to put me and Crumb together?"
You should have seen the look on his face. Y'all already all teed off, and he's like, "Hey, who am I going with?" I'm like, "You're with Cromley right there." You could just see the look in his fucking face. Like, are you fucking serious? Like,
you know what? But to give him props, it didn't phase him. It did not.
Didn't phase him. I was hoping they would fuck both of them up because I know they were touching skin. I know they were touching fucking ass. And
Esteban
shit,
said Esteban said he was riding outside of the cart, and so was Crumley. Like, and that's because they were still right next to each other. They were still right next to each other, but they were both riding outside of the cart.
God, man, I believe that shit.
All right.
Yeah, Chris and I were having a good time watching that.
Okay, so as we get into the results on Olmos on from Sunday. Now, Olmos Basin Golf Course, the newly renovated Olmos Basin Golf Course, it was in great shape, man. The greens were rolling true; they were fast. There were so many undulations. The course is in great shape. I love the new pavilion that they made outside. Everything is just in top notch. I mean, that course, it literally is the best $50 course in the city. It really is. It's I think it's high end. It's a higher end. I think it's in better shape than a certain country club here in town. And I think that's why everyone keeps playing it, and it has so much traffic because everybody wants to play just like a new course.
Yeah, there's no question about it. It was in fantastic shape. The greens were good. The course was good. And, again, like the same thing, a few burst spots here and there. But overall, the course, played great. The greens are challenging right now because they're so new. It's going to take a while for them to mature. So, like, everything's just bouncing off. I mean, I saw Maya and myself, like, hit legit good shots into the green and just, like, take off. Like, can't do anything about it right now. But, that's how the course plays. And I think it's, they did a really, really good job getting it to where it is right now, especially with all the undulations in the green.
All right. So I'm going to go over the B flight here. I'm going to go over the B flight results here. Now, just in regards to the top finishers right here. I had David Gibson at 6 with +2. And again, these are net scores. Myself, Andy Torres, even par. Dan Aguilar, even par. I'm glad Dan was able to come in and join us that day. At third place, we had Brian Dishner at -1. In second place, we had Juan. How do you say his last name, Maya?
What are you asking him? We don't know.
We had Juan at -2. And Esteban with -3, and there was some controversy there. There was some controversy that went into especially some of the scores that we were dealing with afterwards. Mm-hmm. Now, I know a lot of people were giving me shit or were talking shit about me, be like, Andy's too good, and then when they find out after day one I didn't win any money, everybody was like perfectly fine with it. And I started off double bogey, double bogey, and I just felt like it was a grind. Nothing was given to me that day. So I think I ended up shooting. I go 43, 42, 43 on the front, 42 on the back. And that was like pure, just straight grinding. Like nothing was perfect. I did not have my A game, but I'm like truly glad that I just didn't give up, because you know what I did? I won all of my side bets. I won all of my side bets to get all my damn money back. And that's what you got to do. That's where really the money is made in these tournaments.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm a side bet bitch. I just make so many side bets. Either I owe a lot of money or I win a lot of money. Mostly lose a lot of money, but hey.
Now, in regards, as we were getting serious right here, there was an accusation that was brought up by another group in regards to Esteban, and I'm going to put it out there because again, hey, nothing is OB, and we're talking about our scores right here. Esteban right here had -3, and there was an issue on 16 that Esteban's ball was right next to a tree, and another group had said that he moved his ball. And you know what? This was huge. This was huge within our group. And a lot of guys have played with Esteban, and we can vouch for him, and we can state that, hey, we've never had any issues come up, and he's a good dude. He's a great guy. And, we asked him straight up, did you cheat? Did you move your ball? And he said, I was checking it out to make sure it was mine, and I placed it back. And again, a man of his word, we give it to him until you burn us. And I know that was something that was kind of like in the back of some people's minds. And my no filter ass, I just said, "Hey man, did you move the fucking ball?" And he came out and he stated it. And again, I take him for a man of his word, and that was huge, because if not, then we would have gone to a scorecard playoff between him and Juan.
Yeah. So a couple of things about that, like when that was brought up to us and to our attention specifically, and like say, I'm gonna go ask him straight up, like, right, sometimes you have to have those like tough conversations, especially if you in the board of the group, like, hey man, like some people said that you did this, did you do it? He said no. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to hear, like having that conversation. So I was fine with that. But furthermore, moving forward with the group, if at any time anything like that happens, like try to fix it, try to deal with it within the group. Like don't wait till the end for that to fester in your mind and come to us to have to make a decision. Like just deal with it. Like if you have a question, go ask your playing partner, like, hey, did you do this? And if you're getting asked a question, like don't get defensive, just like answer, like, hey, I did this or not. Because I guarantee you that if the people that saw Esteban picking up the ball to verify that was his would run up there and talk to him and ask him, like, hey, what's going on? Like once they would have heard his side, there would have been no issues. But they waited till the end of the round, and like the emotions got high, drinks were had, and it just festered in their minds. So it's like, I think it's like not the right time to deal with it at the end, but like on the moment.
All I can say is I give Esteban some advice. Next time, just say, "What's that?" and then kick it. That's what I would have done. Then there would have been no questions asked.
Use that foot wedge, right? Use that foot wedge.
Yeah, use that foot. What is that, guys over there?
And he told me he's got a wide foot. He's got like a triple E foot. And that's what
I
he told me.
I was blaming it on my bow leg in this. Like, oh shit, I fucking hit my ball by accident. Sorry.
Now, that's the thing. I agree with Sergio right there. Is that you don't want to let those things kind of fester and kind of build up and marinate when you can address it right there and then. Because a lot of times that we're all grown as men, and if we can't be honest with ourselves and be honest with our boys, then this group you have no business being in this fucking group. You really don't.
I agree. But I believe him. I mean, I haven't had a second thought or conversation about it until today. I mean, I played with him 2 or 3 times, and like I say, when you play, to me personally, when you play 18 holes with the guy, you learn a lot from a person. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I don't like this motherfucker, or this guy's a good guy, or this dude's a douche, or this guy cheats. Because I met some cheaters playing 18 holes. Motherfuckers don't know how to count, or fucking have a good lie, and that's probably what they say about me too. But hey, that's fucking what it is. What it is.
Well,
but no,
I compare you to the I compare you to the Yankees, Maya. I don't mean to cut you off, but I compare you to the Yankees. You know, everybody just wants to see you out there.
Oh yeah, we did play a 2-man scramble.
Hey, they want to see you lose. They want to see you lose, just like the Yankees. Everybody roots against you.
This is between like we had. So not many people know this, right? We're playing just a charity 2-man scramble, right? So I'm like, fuck, I paid $75. I'm fucking. And this is when Altuve and the Astros got busted, and I kept on telling Andy I put a tee down on a par 5. Altuve. These motherfuckers thought I was hitting fucking great shots off the fucking rough.
Okay. So we're playing in a 2-man scramble. We're playing a 2-man scramble, right? And we're in the fairway, right, on a par 5. We're in a fairway on a par 5, and I see him. And again, Maya's a big ass dude, but he's real slick. He puts a tee in the ground in the fairway, and he tees up his ball. And he's freaking like he smashes it onto the green or around the green, and I'm over here like this. Whoa, what the fuck? And then I see him step on the tee in the fairway, and I'm just like I saw Superman without his cape, bro. Like I saw Batman without his mask, and I'm like bro, like you're like I'm glad you're doing it, but you're breaking my fucking heart right now. Like, dude,
hey, I spent $100 on this charity tournament. I'm fucking getting something.
Oh, and that's
Maya broke my heart in hole 18 at Olmos.
Oh, okay, all right. So that was the B flight. Esteban won the B flight. Juan got second place, and Dish got third. I played with Esteban and Dish. I beat Esteban in a side bet, but he did beat me in net. And congrats to those guys. Esteban played lights out the weekend. He deserved it. Congratulations to Juan. Yeah. It was nice meeting Juan. And Dish, one of the best freaking dudes I've ever met out there. He played freaking solid. Putted his ass off. Great ass guy, Brian Dishner. It was great to be in that group. I really enjoyed the way the B flight was ran. All right. Congrats to those guys. Now on to the A flight.
So Maya, myself, DJ, and Clayton, the guy who decided to play with us, are in the last group in the A flight. This is how the day starts, right? I don't hit the ball short by any means. I'm not crazy long, but like I hit the ball pretty hard. In hole number 1 at Olmos, I had probably about 100 yards in after a good tee shot. Clayton had, I'm not kidding, probably like 30 yards in. Like this guy was constantly out driving me by 30 to 40 yards. Like this guy is like a long driver swing. And not only that, but like he was hitting it straight. So like this guy is just like killing it, right? So that kind of set the tone for today.
Oh, it's solid.
Now, guys, as being in the A flight, and when you have a player like that in your group, do you have a tendency that you have the feeling that you have to try to keep up?
I played with long ball players before, so like for myself, like it doesn't bother me. I was hitting the ball pretty straight, so like I was like trying to find the fairway, so it didn't bother. It surprised me, but it at no point bothered me.
Maya,
what about you, Maya?
I've been playing the game for a while, so I just try to play my game, because usually I don't outdrive. Sometimes I do, but I usually just play my game, because if you get stuck on somebody else's shit, then it's all downhill from there. But it didn't faze me. I was like, holy shit. I didn't like to go after him, so I tried to go first before him, so I don't fucking look like shit after that drive.
Yeah,
but he said it. Nothing is OB, so Clayton did say he was a 10. Clayton, you ain't no motherfucking 10. You're like a 2 or 3.
He sounded pretty fucking solid. That's all I know. He got second place the first day.
Yeah, he's solid. He's solid.
And
he went by 2 strokes the second day. He's gonna be a 2 or 3 handicap.
Clay is a good player. He was hitting the ball. He was hitting the ball straight. He was putting it in play. He was chipping the ball well. He was putting the ball. He's putting the ball well. Like he was a solid player. And another example was maybe hole, I think, was 6. Dogleg ride and almost. I hit into the wind. I hit a pretty good drive. I hit it straight, little cut to the right. I had about 80 yards in. This guy was chipping off the green, and he chipped it close and made the putt. Like that, he was playing a whole different golf course than the rest of the field.
So let's do a little review here. The scores right here. We had at number 9, we had DJ Rodriguez. He had a +5, and again, this is net. Tied for 6, we had Jeremiah Sierra, and Jeremiah has a heartbreaking story for us that he's going to go ahead and talk about. Or Sergio could build it up for us.
Right? I'll narrate that, and I'll be happy to.
And tied for 6 as well, we had Phil Jansen at +3. Tied for 6, Jeff Keeker at as well as +3. Anthony, I'm going to hit into your fucking group while you're still on the green, Luna. From 250 out, had a +2. Chris Jones, +2, tied for 4th. Day Cardenas at 73 of the +1, tied for, I think he got 2nd. And Corey, he still needs a cookie. Thornton, +1. I know he had 3rd place. All right. So go ahead, walk us through Sergio, because everybody said Maya was tearing it up again. He was making a big comeback.
He was playing. Maya was playing great. I think that we got the whole, so hole number 4 from the tips. He hits and he's like somewhere off to the right with the tee box. I had a good drive. I cleared the bunkers. And this guy hits his chip shot. Doesn't even look at it. I'm looking at this thing just off the right of the pin, the right the ridge, and it's inches from the pin. Like, an inch from the pin, like almost drops a 2. Right? I putted myself out of contention. Like, I couldn't make a putt the entire day, and it built up and it worked itself, all the way back to the tee. So at some point, I was just like trying to make birdies, to try to get like some skins. But Maya was just like very consistent. We're talking, we're having a good time, regardless that he is my bad luck charm, and I will not play with him again, because every time that I play with him, like shit.
But you look great though. But everyone says you look great.
You look great.
You have nice shoes.
You look good that day. Yeah.
That's terrible.
You were dressed very well.
So, he's playing consistent, and I think that we got to the whole like 16, and I kind of realized where he was at. So at that point, I'm kind of cheering for him, trying to like give him a little coach, like, hey, dude, shot by shot, hole by hole, like, stay in the moment, stay present, like, you got this. You get, at that point, I was like, I became a cheerleader for him. I'm like rooting for him the entire way. And I don't recall what happened 16, 17 very well, but when we got to 18, I think he was like,
what is Maya at right there going into 18?
He's going to 18. They're going.
Me and Clayton were even.
Yeah, they're even at that point.
Net even, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Maya saying that, damn, like he like I was there. I was there.
He was.
I wish we would have ended on a par 4. I would have had a chance.
And I really think that
Clayton was gonna fucking bomb it on a par 5.
He had a chance.
What happened? Then I finally do the.
So he had a chance on. He would have a chance if it was a par 4, but that par 5, as wide as it open as it is, and that downwind, like, I really think that the odds were stacked against him. So I think that DJ went first. I went second. I crushed mine. Then Clayton goes and barely clears the bunker on the left. So we don't know where his ball is. And then Maya is the last one. And I'm like, I'm still like rooting for him. Like, Maya, like, you got this, man. Just like take it easy. And the worst shot that I seen him hit, like on 18 holes, the worst driver. Like, I do not understand how that ball ended that far right.
Okay, so we're 18, and if anyone's played 18 at Olmos Basin, it's a par 5. You got some bunkers to the left, bunkers surrounding in front. You have like a random bunker, I guess, like maybe like what, like 330, 350, almost like right in the middle, kind of, right?
Yeah,
right in the middle.
The one that I think the carry for the left bunker was about somewhere about 290. Downwind.
And then you have, and it was super downwind on that hole. And then you have surrounding bunkers in front to the side. And then you have like a creek that has water all along the right.
Yes.
All right.
He was all the way on to the right, and he's been hitting the drive very well. So I'm thinking like, hey, I'm thinking that his line is probably like 20 yards to right of that bunker, because he hits this nice little draw. Like, he's going to be fine. He's not going to be close, but he's going to be fine. And that ball goes so far right that it almost goes over the creek.
To
like,
17. To 17.
Yeah. And I'm like, no way this is happening right now. Like this is not happening. But the ball comes down to rest on the left side of the fairway still. I'm like, okay, cool. We're good. Like he still can punch out. He can still try to get into the green on 3. He can still maybe have a birdie look. So we're good, right? And he goes and hits his ball. And I mean, Maya can tell me what happened, but next thing I know, I look to my right and the ball is on the right side of the creek. It didn't go forward. It go like almost 90 degrees right.
So what happened, Maya? What happened?
So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna hit a 5-iron punch out, just like Sergio said, try to get on, on 3. That's the worst case scenario. I get second place, or we tie. I'm trying to play safe. I hit it. The 5-iron goes up, plus a tree goes over the fucking creek on the other side, and Sergio grabs his shit. I see you later.
So at that point, I'm like, hey, dude, like I'm gonna grab. So I don't know how far I'm out, so I like grab half my bag and I start walking. Towards my ball, and I see Maya out there, and then it's just like full on meltdown. And meanwhile, like one of the few holes that I actually got drove Clayton. I had 180 yards into 18. Clayton had about 200 in. I don't know what club he hit, but he hit the green on 2, no problem. I hit my ball on 2. And then I think that Maya's 3rd or 4th shot was just in the bunker short, like the 50-yard bunker short of the green. I was like, sorry, dude, like, done.
What did you score on that hole, Maya?
It's over. It's done.
No, but what did you score?
Plus,
8.
I got an 8 on that hole.
And what did you lose by?
I hate the number 8. By 4.
There you go. Let's see right there.
So if I would have parted, he got a birdie on that hole. So yeah,
you did.
You would have gone. You would have came.
I would have got second place. If I
you would have got and came in the money.
But I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be first loser, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going for this."
Hey, if you ain't first, you're last, right? Ricky Bobby.
I was genuine out of like out of the running at that point, and I'm really rooting for him and trying to like coach him. Like, hey, dude, like you got this, shot by shot, hole by hole. Like, stay focused. And then he said, "Fuck you, Sergio. I'm gonna hit it as far right as I can."
but it hurt. I ain't gonna lie, but it is. I had fun.
But I'm gonna tell you though, I think that's the highs and lows of Jeremiah, of Maya Sierra. That's the highs and lows, and that's why he's lovable. That's why he's hateable. And in reading some of the messages from yesterday, Chris Jones, one of our Forebros, the money man, he was listing Maya had like this incredible 3-hole stretch yesterday, right? He was listening to this 3-hole stretch. Maya, take us down this 3-hole stretch.
Oh, it was like Tigerness hole, like, bro, it was the best 3 holes I ever had in my life.
Where we at? Where were y'all at yesterday?
Outstation. So it started off on number 1, I doubled. Number 2, I par. Number 3, I hit, and I'm probably like a little bit off the green, maybe about 20 feet. I put that in for birdie.
Birdie, okay, birdie, the par 3, the par 3. All right.
Then I hit a nice drive, get close to the green on the par 5, chip it on about 7 feet out. I birdied that one. Then on the next hole,
number 5, you got the short par 4, water to the right.
Yeah, the sharp. So I go in the water. So I'm hitting 4 off on the right side of the green. I chip it on, and it fucking rolls right into the fucking cup. Like, I was like, hey.
All right. Okay, so right here. Okay. Oh, there you go. It was the Anthony Luna. Anthony, I'm gonna hit a ball into you, foursome while you're still on the green, Luna. It was the luckiest 3 holes I've ever seen. So I take it Anthony was out there yesterday.
Yeah, Anthony was out there. He was, saying I was the best golfer he's ever seen in 3 holes in his life.
Okay,
so,
and right here, I got Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
I got Anthony saying because all right, on number 16, we're still on the green. It's Esteban I, David Gibson, and Dish. We're walking. I mean, we're not having even off the green. Next thing you know, I see a ball come right in between David Gibson and I. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear 4. Like after the ball had already came like through us, I hear a 4. Oh, and so like my group is freaking hot.
Hey.
Like my group is hot.
Yeah, and then he hits the ball high. So if there was downwind, he's going to hit it 400 yards.
Like hot, right? and so Anthony's right here because he came up to us and he said sorry, and nobody said shit. Nobody acknowledged him. Nobody said shit to him, right? And so then he's like, "Sorry, Andy. I promise I didn't think it was going to go that far, brother." I don't know, man.
I told him to hurry their asses up, Anthony, and then Andy said, "I like this." Andy had this conversation. He said, "Well, we had to wait for Estefan." I said, "Estefan moved that ball pretty good by the tree fast."
He did. Look, he goes, I was 20 yards in front of the Reds. Yeah, it was. He did. It was a bomb. I'll tell you that much. It was a bomb. It was a bomb, and it's just I was shook. Dave was shooken up. And I'm over here. I'm having to. He's got anxiety, so I'm over here having to console him. I'm like, Dave, it's good, Dave. It's all good. All right, Maya.
Yeah,
another thing.
Sergio drove into us at Riverside a couple of times, so I know how you feel.
I'm sorry. I did.
I guess they don't teach golf etiquette in Oklahoma.
No, they don't.
When 16 in Riverside, I had no idea where they were at.
Marcus, maybe you should have been playing faster.
That's right, Maya. You were taking too long.
He's got little legs.
That's right, man. I got little legs too. Hey, Maya's got little legs.
My legs are bow-legged. I got little bow-legged
legs. I think I have longer legs than Maya does. He's got a very oblong torso. Some people call him Grimace.
Yeah.
What's the part 3 in the back 9 in Olmos?
Hey,
the part 3.
What hole is that?
On the back.
It's like 12.
12. Yeah, 12.
So we're playing 12, and all 4 of us hit the green. Like it was like Maya, myself, the other guy we were playing, and DJ. Like we all hit the green, right? And Maya hit a really good shot. He took again his little draw, took it up to the right, kind of rode the ridge and got close. And Chris had hit also pretty close. So as we're walking to the green, Maya goes, "Hey, can somebody else measure it because I got my bow legs?" So he was asking for a third party to verify who was closer.
I didn't want to shortchange myself.
the count, right? The walk, yeah. It's a very oblong walk.
He was waddling all the way in.
Can I get somebody with a normal stride to please count it off for us?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Please.
But he made his birdie. He drained a pretty good putt. He's about like 15, 16 feet.
Okay, Maya. What happened with your kids yesterday while you were out on the course?
Shit, what didn't happen, man? Hey. Let me recommend, don't ever take kids with you to the fucking golf course. I'm done. Not doing it no more. That was my last straw.
So what happened, man? What happened?
My son, the first tee box, we get there and all that, and it's like right when I hit, Dad, I gotta go poop. So we fucking go back to the clubhouse. Everybody goes to the thing, Then he had to pee every fucking 20 minutes, like he drank a 12-pack of beer or something. And this is a 4-year-old. Then he says, my tummy, like it reminded me of that Friday when Smokey's stomach was hurting. He had to take a shit.
Hey, Smokey.
Yeah. And there was no clubhouse or anything, so I told him to go into the bushes, like military style. So he'll be ready. Yeah. So I had wipes. So
he took a shit in the bushes. Yeah.
Life lessons at the golf course.
My kids were awesome. We were he had his youngest over at Silverhorn when we play out there. I think we were going to 18 and they were in 17. And I talked to his little boy. He's in the cart. And I was like, hey, can you give this to your dad? It was like a little mini shot of fireball, and I don't know what that kid just went out running, crying to Maya with that bottle. It just felt so bad that I made him cry.
I don't know why he's been around this shit. He's been around this shit all his life. I don't know why it's
I know. Maybe he got scared because Sergio had red hair. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's fire crotch. He was scared of the fire.
I scare kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know you scare kids. All right, guys. One of the biggest things that came up afterwards, as we're the payouts and the awards. We had these amazing cookies, right? We had these amazing cookies, and we want to talk about Cookiegate. And Laura Lewis from Cake Place and More, who make all of the Alamo City Golf Trail Tour Series cookie trophies. I had her make some of ours with our Forebros logo, and she did an amazing job.
They're awesome.
No, they were amazing. And I never thought somebody was going to get heated over these damn cookies, right? And so to clear the air, Corey got pissed off because he wanted his damn cookie, because he got third place. And speaking with Charlie, because Charlie and I were speaking on it for hours, right, Maya?
Yeah, it was. I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, we must be drinking a lot because we're debating about cookies right now for like 30 minutes straight.
I'm watching this whole thing unfold on my chair, just chilling out. I was like, is this really happening?
Well, the thing is that I was trying to look. Okay, I don't know if Day got one. I was trying to look for the winners for the first day as well, right? I'm trying to give cookies out to the people who were first and second before third, right? And Corey's like, no, I got third. Give me my cookie. And you know what? I know Corey, right? Corey, it's not like I don't know Corey. Corey, I know Corey from Forebros, 1.0. I've known Corey, for a good while, I'd say almost since day one. So I told Corey, like, nonchalantly, fuck you, Corey. You're not getting a fucking cookie. Like I just said, I don't think I said you're not getting a cookie. I just said, fuck you, Corey. Right. But it was just hey, go over there. Like, yeah, fuck you. Go over there. Right. And he's like, no, man, I want my fucking cookie. And I said, dude, chill out. Calm down. No, man, I want my fucking cookie. I want my fucking cookie. I earned that fucking cookie. Give me that fucking cookie. And I'm telling him, I said, Corey, I said, with that attitude, you ain't getting fucking shit with that attitude. No, man, I earned that cookie. I want my cookie. And I said, Corey, just calm down, man. Chill out. No, I want my cookie. And I said, you know what, dude, here. I had 2 cookies. I'm like, here, you fucking crybaby. Take the fucking cookies. No, man, it's principles, man. It's fucking principles. It's principles. And I said, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck your principles. I said, fuck the cookies. I said, fuck this shit. And I was ready to do battle right there and then. I was ready.
I think the best thing about it is that I ended up with that cookie, and my kids ate it. And the cookie not one, my wife and I ate. So, like, I won out of the whole thing. My kids also fought for that cookie, by the way. So,
I say we don't have any more cookies no more outings anymore. No more cookies.
I agree. I agree, because you know what? People don't. I didn't even get a cookie. You know what? I didn't get a cookie. I got the cookies, and I wanted to try to give them to other guys. Like Corey, this isn't his first time with the group. So I was trying to find and see. I don't know what the 8 players scored. I don't. So I'm trying to figure out who scored what. The only one I think I knew was just Day and you from the day one. I didn't really know Clayton. I just knew he won it, but I'm like, I don't know. Because the thing is being privileged, at least you, Maya, I don't even know, like, you had access to be able to see the A and B. I did not. And so I really, outside of you crying and complaining that nobody congratulated you, I didn't even know you won on day one.
He was crying.
It hurt. I was listening to Boys to Man all the way home. How do I
say goodbye?
I'm pretty upset that there was no range at Olmos, because I needed to go to the range after that round.
San Pedro's right there.
I know. Right there. That's my Dairy Queen. The range after the round.
Well, we were there and we did drink a lot of beers. And you know what? It's one thing I'm glad we kept the party going. We went to San Pedro, Jeremiah and I and Brandon was Brandon was gonna leave his car at Olmos, and he lives out there like past Maya. He lives out there past Maya, close to Castroville. And luckily enough, we went to San Pedro. Only had one pitcher, but we had some hella good food out there at the range.
Yeah, he lives by me.
And luckily enough, he was able to get it together, and Maya took him back to pick up his car.
Yeah, I had a blast the last 2 days. Those weekend, it's only going to get bigger and better. Next year, we'll find 2 different venues that can house a 40-man. I believe it's going to get that big shotgun start. So next year is going to be better. Fiesta Bash 2023. Be ready, guys.
I think so too.
And,
go for it, Maya. Go for it, Maya.
No, I just, everybody had a great time. I had a bunch of guys on standby and stuff too that wanted to play, but we only had so many tee times because when we first initially got this together, we didn't assume we were even going to get 28 players for this. But every outing we've been growing and growing, which is good. Once they come play, like somebody comes play with us, when it's done, they're hooked. Because you see for yourself after you play with different guys on this group, it's a bunch of great guys to play with, and we're just gonna get bigger and bigger, and join every bit of it.
I truly think so, and it's great to see these new guys, and it's great to see the old guys, and it's great to have that meshing of the Forebros 1.0 to now, which is Forebros 2.0, and it's been great. It's been great. There's always some intrigue. There's always some issues. There's always some shenanigans. There's always something going on within the group.
I was close Saturday to start 3.0. I was close.
and that's what he said. That's what he said. Sergio, he said, "I'm done." He said, "I'm done." At the end of the day on the bench, he said, "I'm done." And I'm like, bro, don't start. Don't start your shit. And he goes, "All right, man, I'm coming back."
But no, it's gonna get better. Going on the future in this group, I know we were gonna put up in that topic. We're gonna vote to start doing some outings next year in Austin and Houston, and see what we can get going out there. Do a couple road trips. Hopefully, gas prices go down.
I got Matthew Fitzpatrick. I'm pretty excited for May 28th, to be honest.
Matt's my brother-in-law. He's a hell of a player.
Oh, and Arnold Garcia, Freddie, road trip, let's go. But I don't know what that entails with Freddie, because he's got a lot of baggage. Not only emotional baggage, but he's got his wife's got to wait for him in the parking lot everywhere he goes. She's got to make sure that he goes where he says he goes where he says he's going to go.
He can drink and drive. He can have to drink and drive then.
But they only have beer at a lot of golf courses. He needs Mike's Hard Lemonade, or he needs Zima with the Jolly Rancher. He needs something, or those grape drinks he likes, those purple drinks. Wow.
I like Brucey. Brucey's a good guy.
No, I love Brucey. Brucey's one of my
best. Good guy.
He's and Marcus, Andy. I'm paying attention. These nerds chime in once. Brucey's my man. Brucey's my man. I love him. He's one of my best friends. He's one of my good boys. And so right. One of the things is Brucey got so mad at his round at Riverside. And he was mad at me because I was playing so good. And I said, dude, look at my scorecard. I'm not playing good, right? I'm just playing to my handicap. And he was getting real mad. And I made sure to let everybody know how much of a baby he was acting like, right? That to where he was breaking several rules of golf etiquette. To where when you're the first person to putt out, what's the rule of golf etiquette?
You're the person who puts the pin back in.
Yeah, you got to put the pin back in, or you're on flag duty. You wait till everybody, right? Yeah. You wait till everybody putts out. No, he was putting out and going and waiting in the cart. And and I'm over here and I call him out on this. I said, hey, bro, like Are you gonna be mad? You can't be doing. Look, nice call out. There you go. Well, I told you, hey man, nothing is OB. And you know what? Nothing is OB. I mean, that's just what you were doing. And so, nice call out. And so, I had a problem with it. I said, bro, you know what? Because it was me, Jake, Alex, and him. I said 3 of us were having a great time, and he was taking things so hard. And I'm like, dude, I love you. Like, you're my bro. Like you wanted to be in this group. It's not like I was playing great, but like he goes, man, you get under my skin. You get under my skin. I was like, I'm not playing great enough to get under anybody's skin. And the thing is, you're not really playing against somebody else. You're playing against the course. And I think that's where sometimes it gets he had a hard time with that. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if it had anything to do with the round from the weekend. I saw him put a post on his Facebook saying that he was really going to work on himself. And I was just like, man, is it about golf or is it about something else? And I was just like, I said, man,
well, yeah,
it struck a chord. And look, here we go. He put 97, 98. Damn.
Yeah, you need Jesus, Brucey.
He's like, you know what, Maya? Instead of going to the golf course on Sunday, I'm going to go to church. That's what should have happened.
Yeah, let's go to church, Brucey. Let's go bowling. Okay.
But I love Brucey. He's my man. And so that's why it bothered me. So I had to tell him because I was like, dude, I love you. And like, I love being around you. But it was hard to kind of play when he was just so focused on winning or playing well.
Yeah. I think overall it was a great event both days. I mean, I personally had a blast. Like I said, on Saturday after the round, just getting to enjoy, getting to sit down with you guys and have a beer and relax. And, even Sunday, afterwards, it's really good. And I think that's what the group is about. It's not, like I said earlier, it's about like finding that balance between competition and fellowship that makes us unique. This shouldn't be anyone's ATM. Like, we're trying to make it fair for everybody to, get a prize here and there. But if you're here for the money, like that's not the right, that's not the right attitude. Like you're here for the connections, for the people, and enjoy the experience with everybody.
This ain't a money league. You're not going to get rich. You're not going to get rich. But you will get.
But we get some good payouts though.
We do, and that's one thing I do love about it is that we have a lot of payouts. We have the closest to the pins, the CTPs. We have top. We have skins. We have top 3. At times top 3 net, top 3 gross. And again, you know what? That money goes out to 6 different guys, and I think that gives people a real good chance to take something home. Whether they're playing good or playing bad, they have that one closest to the pin. They have that one skin, and I think it always brings guys back the next time.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, Maya, as we get to the end of the show,
it does that in our outing courses.
Maya's on a bit of a delay over here, but I know we have one big. We got a big announcement right here at the tail end of the show.
Big announcement.
I know one thing that Chris and Maya have been working on.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm good. You're breaking up. I'm good. You're breaking up.
It's like you're playing 18 all over right now, Maya.
All right, so Maya, I'm going to take you off, and I want you to get back on right now. So I'm going to take Maya off right here. Oh, there you go. He's back. Maybe he's back. Now, one big announcement we have is that starting in June on Tuesdays, it looks like we're going to have a 10-hole league on Tuesdays out at beautiful Alsatian Golf Club. I'm really Maya's got to update that cricket, but you know what? He lives on the outskirts. He lives on the outskirts of San Antonio.
Hey, he doesn't get cricket. He's got jitterbug.
He's got jitterbug. He's got jitterbug. He's still rocking the Motorola, dude. He needs to upgrade to the Primeco phone. Now, one thing we got going on right here for Tuesdays starting in June, we will have a 10-hole league out at beautiful Alsatian Golf Club. We haven't figured out the format yet, but I know when speaking with Mrs. Reed out at Alsatian Golf Club, she's more than welcoming to the idea, and she's blocked out those dates for us. and I'm really looking forward to it because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know there's some great leagues here. There's the Golf Fellowship. It's a great 9-hole league with also road trips, 2-man events, 18-hole events, and then of course we have the Alamo City Golf Trail Tour Series. It's not a league, it's a tour, and what's really great for amateur players to really up their competition level and up that game. But we have a great 10-hole league that is going to be happening out at Alsatian, and I'm really looking forward to that.
And big shout out to Chris. I know Maya had something to do with it, but this is Chris Jones' brainchild. He took the initiative. He made the calls, he made the emails, and he got it done. So, big shout out to him for having that initiative, and it was awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Maya, he's back. What do you think, Maya, of the 10-hole league? Because I think it's the first 10-hole league in San Antonio.
It sure is.
Yes, at the beautiful Alsatian Forebros home course. So, if people have been in the league for a bit or whatever, I throw out here a bit weekday games, on a Mondays and sort not. But we've been getting a lot of good outcome out that, and Chris, came up with, hey, why don't we do a weekly thing? Because, we're always, even though we're not playing in the Forebros, we're always trying to find somewhere to play out through the week. And, it's going to be the first day, I believe. Did you already say the date and stuff on June 7th, right?
I think it's that first. Yeah. It's that first Tuesday in June, and I know. Big ups, yeah. It's the 7th. It is the 7th. Big ups to Chris. Big ups to Maya for making this happen. And again, thank you to Mrs. Reed, Alsatian Golf Club. Man, you know what? They're great people out there. Super hospitable. They always take care of the Forebros. They always take care of anybody that walks through that door and steps onto the course. And I'm super thankful for Mrs. Reed. She always hooks me up for rounds to give away on the show. And again, they treat us really good and make it super hard to not want to come back every single time. And Chris Jones, great job, buddy. Great job on making this happen. And I'm really thankful that he's heading this up. And I'm looking forward to it. First 10-hole league
definitely
here in town.
Oh, definitely. So if you're looking for some golf, go to the events page, and then we'll start having, the events and signing up for the league as well, so we can get ahead of the scheduled time. And also, so it's going to be a big bang because at 6, I did Lambda, and now we're going to have the 10 holes. So if you don't get tired of golfing, then this might not be the league and group for you.
We play golf. We have about 305 members, and Maya always says that, hey, we're going to be chopping them down. So make sure that we're not just a group just to be on Facebook, just to be on social media. We're a group that plays golf. So we want to see all out there.
Yes. So me personally, I go through, and if I don't see you, because I usually golf with everybody, if I don't know you and you've been on this group for 6 or 7 months, you're out. That's nothing personal. We're just looking for golfers, not just social media. So, I mean, not that I don't like you or anything. It's just, hey, I haven't seen you golf, so hey, you're out.
And we're also going to have our bylaws published by next week.
But Sergio's heading that up. He's working real hard.
I'm working really hard on them.
All right,
I'm
guys.
I'm doing my best to put them in English.
In English, you're gonna have the English and the Spanish translated version.
That's what I got my wife for. She's my official translator.
Sergio, you're thinking of everybody, bro. It's inclusion. It's inclusion, bro. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have tonight for episode 68 of NothingisOB South Texas Golf Podcast. Thanks so much for being on the show, Jeremiah and Sergio. Guys, do y'all have anything you want to finish out with tonight?
No, me personally, just everybody that's on the group or wants to join, just come on out. I mean, the hardest thing is always think of, as me personally, when I first started out, is the fear of golfing with new people, and in that case or not. But once people join us, they see that we judge, we don't care. Once we get to know you, we'll dog you and stuff. But they dog me. Everybody, we dog each other. That's part of the thing. You know what I mean? But there's no harm or anything. And we range from a 1 handicap to a 20 handicap. Brucey hit that over 20, so he's out. He's going bowling. So no, I mean, but not reals. Just just come on out and have a good time. And like I say, we have the events, and we have events going on throughout the year, and now we got the league coming out. So we have plenty of things that's going on throughout the year. So come on out and have a great time.
Sergio.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to kind of give a shout out to my really good friend Marcus. He's been a really good golf companion, a really good friend. I really enjoy his the time that we spend the golf course, and also him joining the Forebros. My brother, shout out to my brother-in-law Matt Fitzpatrick for listening in. And I also want to give a very, very specific shout out to my father-in-law, Michael Fitzpatrick, for racing my wife, Megan Meneses, now really well and being very supporting of my golf endeavors. I love you, baby.
Oh man, he's definitely getting some tonight. All right, guys, make sure you hit up the Facebook page, guys. Check out Forebros 2.0 on Facebook. Make sure you check out the podcast, NothingisOB, South Texas Golf Podcast. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes. Hit me up. You want to see somebody on the show? You want us to check out a course? You want us to check out a scramble, some sort of event, tournaments? You think somebody would be great on the show? Please hit me up. Thank you for your support, guys. I cannot do it without you. NothingisOB.